back on his brothers in the fields. They saw him coming, and hatred rose in their hearts. "Here comes the dreamer," they said. And in a single moment of jealousy, they ripped off his robe, threw him into a pit, and sold him into slavery. Joseph was taken to Egypt, a foreign land with foreign gods and foreign chains. He had every reason to give up. He had every excuse to turn bitter. But Joseph never stopped trusting the God of his fathers. Even as a slave in Potiphar's house, he worked with excellence. He rose in favor. Until one day, Potiphar's wife lied and Joseph was thrown into prison. From favored son to slave to prisoner. Every step seemed to take him farther from his dream. But what Joseph didn't know was that every step was leading him closer to the throne. In prison, Joseph met two men, a cupbearer and a baker, both troubled by dreams. Joseph interpreted them accurately. The cupbearer was restored. Joseph asked, "Remember me when you stand before Pharaoh." But the cupbearer forgot. For 2 more years, Joseph waited. Unseen, unrewarded, unfairly imprisoned, yet still he did not lose faith. Then came the day. Pharaoh had dreams no one could explain. The cupbearer remembered the Hebrew in the dungeon. Joseph was summoned. He stood before the most powerful man in the world. And Joseph said, "I cannot interpret your dream, but God can." With wisdom and clarity, he explained Pharaoh's dream of 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. He didn't just interpret, he offered a solution. Pharaoh saw greatness in Joseph and made him governor of all Egypt. In one day, Joseph went from prisoner to prime minister. And when famine struck the land, Joseph's wisdom saved nations, including the very brothers who betrayed him. They came to Egypt, hungry and desperate. They bowed before him, just like the dream he once had. But instead of revenge, Joseph chose mercy. He wept, he embraced them. And he said these famous words, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good to save many lives." This story teaches us, your dream may take longer than you think, but it's still alive. People can take your robe, but they can't steal your destiny. Every setback is preparation. Every delay is training. God is working even in the dark places. Joseph's life wasn't easy, but it was strategic. Every pit, every prison, every betrayal was pointing him to the palace. So if you're in the middle of the waiting, if you feel forgotten, falsely accused, or far from your dream, don't give up. You might be one test away from your breakthrough. And when that day comes, remember Joseph and choose to forgive, because purpose is greater than pain. If this story gave you hope today, like this message, share it with someone waiting in the pit, because the dream God gave you is not dead. It's in progress.